Hi everyone, I'm Namita and welcome to Yoganama. This is a complete Hatha yoga class for beginners and today's focus is going to be on the shoulder and upper back. So let's begin today's practice in a tabletop position on your mat, and I would suggest if you have two blocks, you grab hold of two blocks as well. We shall begin with a practice that's called scapular push-ups. So for this I want you to come down onto your forearms from tabletop. Make sure that the knees are beneath the hips and your shoulders are above the elbows. From here, we are going to protract and retract the shoulder blades, which means on an inhale, I draw the shoulder blades together, which means my sternum goes towards the ground. As I exhale, I press the shoulder blades away and my sternum lifts up. Inhale, shoulder blades together, and exhale, apart. So just sliding the shoulder blades above your ribs, over your ribs is the movement here. We shall do this for about 9 to 12 times. And if you got this movement, I want you to continue doing it. If you're confused, I'm going to show you what we are doing. So hands forward now. What I'm doing is drawing the shoulder blades together and then separating them with a pushing action as if I'm pushing the ground away. Draw them together, push the ground away, create space. So let's now continue doing 5 more towards the ground. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just hold this position now with the shoulder blades protracted for 5, 4, stay, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly come to sit up in any comfortable position of your choice. I've chosen Vajrasana and we'll move to elevating and depressing the shoulder blades. So lift up, drawing the shoulders to the ears, and exhale as if you're pressing the ground down, creating more space between the ears and the shoulders. So let's do about 9 to 12 of these as well. I'm sure they're a little more easier to grasp than scapular push-ups. Lifting and drawing down. Lifting and drawing down. Let's do about 7 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Now let's make complete circles with the shoulders, trying to find the full range of motion across this very mobile joint. Let's do a couple more. And then I want you to reverse the direction from back to forward, couple more times like that. And now what we're going to do is, continuing to sit in the cross-legged or Vajrasana position, make little circles with the hands, slowly increasing the diameter of the circles. So like a concentric motion, slowly the circles get bigger and bigger. And as you are doing this, try to get the movement from the shoulder joint, not from the spine. And now we start making our way back to the smaller circles, slowly, slowly. Coming back the same pathway till this circle becomes the smallest. And now we reverse in the other direction. If you were going clockwise, we go anti-clockwise and keep moving till the circles get bigger and bigger until we come to the largest circle that we can make with the shoulder joint using your hands to move through. Very nice. And now we have to make our way back now. Smaller circles, one by one. It's all right if it's not exactly concentric, but that's the intention. Just keep that in mind as you move. All right, let's release. Shake the hands out. If you have blocks or books would do too. Let's grab hold of the blocks and do the same thing. You can grab the blocks like this, or you can grab hold of the blocks like this as well. Choose something that's going to work for you. I'm going to go with this position, and we just make little circles and then keep on making them bigger and bigger as we move. Keep breathing though And try to remember that you do not compensate with the spine as you do this movement, but retain the movement entirely across the shoulders. Let's make the circle smaller now till we come back to the tiniest circle that we can make with the hands while they are still parallel to the ground. All right, returning now with anti-clockwise movement, making circles bigger and bigger. Keep going. Continue doing this and keep breathing. Come to the biggest circle that you can make. The weight will make it a little bit more challenging, but that's the plan. And once you come to the biggest, make your way back and keep breathing. Almost done with this. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and now release the blocks. Shake your hands out. The shoulders would be feeling a little burn, especially the muscles around the shoulders. That's absolutely fine. That was all a part of the plan. Let's come back to tabletop now. And for a moment, walk our hands forward to bring our forehead to the mat. And just enjoy this position here. Don't worry about bringing the chest to the ground. I don't want you to do that. Keep the spine nice and aligned and just bring the forehead towards the ground, the mat, or on a block. Like this. Elbows lifted, elbows straight. And if that's comfortable, coming onto the fingertips of the hand. Breathe here. 2 deep breaths. Inhale one more time. Exhale, and let's walk the hands back. Now we shall move into opening up the upper back with some rotational movement of the spine, and for that I would suggest you get a chair. I'm going to grab one as well, and then we will get started. Alright, so sitting up on a chair, keep the legs comfortably wide, lean forward, grab hold of your left ankle with the right hand, take the left hand down as if you're crossing the hands to grab hold of opposite ankles from here with your shoulder against the right knee. Inhale, lift, opening the chest to one side, exhale, inhale up and exhale. Let's continue this now for 9 times. Inhale, exhale. Keep moving through it as you breathe, getting as many done till we move to the other side, not really getting impacted by the count. I may be doing that, but following your own count, trying to find that range of motion that allows you to open the upper back and find more mobility across the spine. Let's do one more. Then exhale, come to neutral. Grabbing hold of the opposite ankle now. Let's begin. 1, 2. Again, keeping up with your own practice. It's alright if it's different from what you were doing on the other side. You may realize that one part of the body is stiffer than the other. Just make a mental note of that and continue breathing as you practice for 2 more. Last one. Then release, rise up. Take both your hands behind the chair, grabbing hold of the seat of the chair, getting a nice shoulder opening back bend while you're sitting here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then release, shake the hands out. We will keep the chair to the side for now, but we will come back to it, so don't keep it too far away. And let's continue our practice now. So coming into chair pose, we are going to continue our hand movement. So taking your right hand back, left hand forward. Just swinging the hands front and back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rise up. Exhale, release. Inhale, take the hands up again and grab hold of the fingers. Flip the palms up. As you exhale, bend to the right side. Into your side bend. Inhale up and exhale to the other side. Inhale, exhale, bend the elbows now. Drawing one elbow down and up. Then exhale to the other side. And up. Take the hands behind the head now. Exhale to the right. Inhale up and exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right and see if you can add some rotation, looking towards the ground, coming into a side bend, but also twisting a little bit. Then to neutral and return. Take a breath in, exhale to the left and adding the same rotation, looking down towards the ground while trying to maintain your side bend. Inhale to neutral, exhale here and return back to standing position. All right, from here, with your hands on the waist, as you exhale, come into a half forward bend. Take a moment here, no need to rush into the forward bend. First, understanding the movement that should happen at the hips, understanding the alignment of the spine. Then, with your fingertips grazing the ground, knees bend, take your right leg back, bring the right knee down, and make sure that the knee is above the ankle and continue to hold the position here. Just breathe here now. Feeling that stretch across the right leg, front of the right leg. Check the position of the feet now. See if the ankle has sickled and is dropping to one side. Can you make your back foot a little more aligned? Can you become aware of the ankle, how it is positioned? And then hold this. There is nothing really wrong with your knee getting ahead of the ankle joint, but that kind of reduces the mobility in the hip. Not reduce as in that doesn't allow you to access as much of the posture from the hips. So that is why we try to bring the knee back. That puts more of the stretch across the pelvic floor. One more breath here. And now if you would like, you can grab hold of your blocks, keep them under the hands, tuck the back toes in and lift the back knee off the ground and try to bring your heel directly above the toes, which means instead of your foot being at an angle to the ground, like it is for me right now, you press forward with the heel at a 90-degree angle to the mat. For 5, keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then take the left leg back. Let's just hold plank here now. Hands can still be on the blocks like I have them, or you can take them to the ground. Your choice. For 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring the knees down. Keep the blocks to one side and come into Bhujangasana like you do in sun salutations. And breathe here. Holding baby Bhujangasana for 5, 4, 3, 1 more breath, 2 more breaths, 2, 1, and slowly release. Take a breath here. Allow the breath to settle in, as that often happens in cobra pose. We tend to start breathing a little faster as we create more heat. Now what we're going to do is we are going to do dynamic Shalabhasan. So instead of holding, we will lift and come down for a count of 5. If you have any lower back issue, I want you to do this practice with your hands by the side like this or hands behind like this. So let's begin. Let me show you once. So forehead on the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, exhale. That's what we are going to do, just 5. So let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then release. Hands by the side. Rise up to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. And walk forward, forward into your forward bend. Half forward bend. And this time we take the left leg back. Coming into your version of Ashvasanchalan. That's where we will be for the next few moments. As you mindfully breathe in and out here, check in with the position of the left ankle. Is it sickling a bit? In which case, can you align it, realign it, and then continue to hold this position. Allow the hips to be soft, especially the front of the left leg. As if you are letting gravity pull the hips down closer towards the mat, offering no resistance from your side. If you notice, the position of the knee helps you stretch the muscles that are constantly contracted when you are sitting on a chair in front of your desk or driving for long periods of time. So this is a good stretch to do at the end of the day, or if you've had a long period of time sitting in a car or another vehicle or even a flight. Helps you release muscles that may hold some stiffness from being in a seated position for a while. Let's bring the hands onto the blocks now. Tuck the back toes in and lift the back knee off the ground to hold this here. Trying to straighten the knee. If it's a little bent, that's all right. Continue to work on straightening it and bring the heel at a 90-degree angle to the ground, directly above the toes, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and from here, take the right leg back. You can have the blocks under the hands or remove them. It's your choice for 5. Continue holding the plank. 4, navel pulled in strong. 3, shoulders protracted, not sinking. 2, 1, then knee down, blocks to the side if you were using them, coming into cobra and holding that here for 5, mini cobra, 4, 3, 2, 1, then release. Take a little breather or set yourself in position for Shalabhasan Kriya. Forehead on the ground, and we will lift up just 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Palms by the side, up into cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog. Then walk forward into your half forward bend here. Then inhale, rise up. Look up where the thumbs meet, and exhale, release. For the next part of the practice, we will be using a belt. So I want you to keep your belt handy next to you before we start the round. So let's interlock the fingers behind, roll the shoulders back, lift the wrists away from the body, and simply twist to the right and then twist to the left, or whichever direction, twisting to one side and then the other, trying to get the twist from the upper body and not from the hips. One more round here, just in a playful way, swinging side to side. Then release. Exhale down. Inhale, take the right leg back. Right knee on the ground. This time lift up both the hands. As you exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale. That's what we are going to do. So exhale, join in now, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, inhale, up. Exhale for 2. Inhale, exhale to the right. Inhale, exhale for 3. Inhale, exhale to the other side. And up. And now this time exhale, come into the full twist, bringing your hand to the left knee and taking the left hand either straight out behind or grabbing hold of the opposite leg. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands down, get hold of your blocks. What we are now going to do is rise up on the back knee, but you are going to keep the back of the foot on the ground. So hands pressing into the blocks, lift the back knee off, foot pressing into the mat just for 5, 4, very good, 3, 2, 1, and slowly release the leg, blocks to the side. Let's come back to our cobra variation now. So stepping back, knee down, chest down, and get hold of your belt. From here, let's grab hold of our belt, comfortable distance apart, wider than shoulder distance, and adjust your position so you don't have anything along the way that's blocking you. Keep your blocks away, have open free space around you. Let me show you first. So on an inhale, lift, take the shoulders back, pull yourself back up, and exhale, come back towards the ground. Let's do 5 of these. Inhale, lift and back. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release for 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale for 3. Just 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. From here, let's move the belt to the side. Rise up to Bhujangasana. Exhale into downward facing dog. Adjust the position. And then walk forward into your half forward bend. From here, take the left leg back. Rise up into this position of Anjaneya. Then as you exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up and exhale, open to the left. Inhale up. Exhale for 2. Inhale and exhale, open, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, other side, inhale, up, and then exhale, hold on to your twist, right hand open and reaching back, or grabbing hold of the back leg to close the twist. Breathe here. Keeping the core engaged, pressing forward with the left knee and pressing the right foot into the mat to push you back up. Now as you exhale, grab hold of the blocks and we will lift the back knee by keeping the back of the left foot planted onto the mat. You can elevate the height of the blocks and we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, excellent, and 1, slowly release and move into your cobra pose. So step back into plank, knee down, chest down, and then we grab hold of our belt. Again, adjusting the position, making sure the space is free, 5 of these. Inhale, back, lift, exhale, forward, down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, last one, inhale and exhale, release, belt to the side, cobra pose, downward facing dog, and let's take a few moments here now. Slow breath in, slow breath out. One more time. Inhale, press the hands and the feet into the mat. Exhale, release the knees down. Come to sit up. From here, we are going to move into some active Bhujangasana dynamic work. For that, you will require 2 sliders, but if you don't have them, paper plates, tissue papers, sturdy tissue papers, and a towel can also work well. Let me quickly show you what we are going to do. So I have folded my mat and I have 2 sliders as well as a blanket. I'm going to show you the next practice using both. So first we are going to do sliding extended child pose or puppy pose. So for this, as you inhale, press the mat away till the forehead comes onto the ground, and then as you exhale, you slide this back in. We are going to do this 9 times. So sliders or blanket, either works. Let's begin. Inhale, exhale, 1, inhale, exhale, 2, notice my hips don't move, inhale, exhale, 3, inhale, exhale, 4, inhale, exhale, 5, inhale, exhale, 6, inhale, continue going, exhale, 7, inhale, exhale, 8, very good, inhale and exhale, 9, then sit back. Keep the sliders to one side. I have added them into this beginner friendly Hatha class because this is a very good way to understand the pulling action that we need to create while we're doing postures like Bhujangasana. So next one, I'm going to move the mat as well out of the way. We are going to simply lie down on a blanket. A cotton blanket would work. A synthetic blanket also would slide very easily on most floors. So for this practice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be lying down on the blanket. You can bend the knees or keep the legs straight to help pull you forward. Draw the hands forward, bring the hands forward, and then pull yourself up for 1. Pull yourself up for 2. Hands forward for 3. And I'm going to go out of the frame, so we will slide back, but you can continue going. A little extra work is going to be good for you, and we begin now. 4, and at least in my case. Maybe you're already at a lot more. 5. Forward. Pull yourself forward. 6. And I'm going to push myself back. We will do 3 more so we can get to 9. All right. Exhale. Pull yourself forward. 8. Pulling yourself forward. Last one. Dig the hands into the ground and pull yourself forward. Take a little breather now. Slowly breathing in and out. And taking a moment to understand what is the pulling action and how will you recreate it on the mat. And let me show you that now. So meet me in a Sphinx position, Salamba Bhujanga Asana on the mat. Elbows underneath the shoulders. And breathe here. Now while you're here, pretend that your elbows want to slide back. That is, they want to do the same sliding action, but you won't move because there is traction on the mat. So you are but still pulling yourself forward. So all that engagement is still happening, as if your chest wants to come through these 2 pillars, which are your arms, and slide forward as if it were a motor car. So this is the action you are trying to create when you come into a back bend. So with this intention, let's hold Sphinx pose now, and suddenly it becomes active. It's not a passive position you just are in like this. You draw the elbows back. Pull the navel in, press the back of the feet into the ground, and you maintain this motion in stillness, complete stillness for 5, 4, so upper back muscles are also engaged, 3, shoulders are engaged, navel is pulled in, all of the things you needed to do in order to slide forward, 1, and then slowly release. Coming to Bhujangasana. So what happens is Bhujangasana is not simply pressing the ground away from you. Bhujangasana is this action wherein I'm trying to lengthen the spine. So I'm again trying to press the hands back to find length in the spine. So the movement is not this. The movement is being pulled forward and then stretched up. Like a chewing gum, pulled forward and stretched up, not like a lever that is being pushed off the ground. So let's hold Bhujangasana with that intention now. Draw the hands back isometrically. Feel the difference of what happens in the rest of the body as soon as you prepare to slide forward. And with that intention, lift. So there is pressure that takes you up vertically, but there's also an intention that wants to take you forward horizontally. For 5, almost done. 4, drawing the hands back. 3, 2, 1, and slowly release. From here, let's rise up and grab hold of our chair for one final time in our practice today. I want you to take the chair and sit up on it with your legs extended forward and your hands grabbing the seat of the chair. From here, what I want you to do is on an inhale, lift the hips up off the ground, and then exhale, come to sit back. So this is Purvottanasana. It's a good counter pose for forward bends and a good way to prepare for some back bends as well. So let's do this 5 times. Inhale, lift. Toes pressing into the ground if you can. Exhale, down. Inhale, up for 2. Exhale. Inhale, up for 3. Exhale. Inhale, up for 4. exhale. Last one. Inhale up for 5 and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly release. Come to sit back on the chair. Shake your hands out. Maybe shake your wrists out as well. And then we come into downward facing dog on the chair itself. So pressing the hands into the seat of the chair, pushing the hips back, and see if you can grab hold of the left ankle with the right hand. And breathe here. Coming into a twist, deepening the twist as much as is comfortable for you. 2 more breaths here. Then take the hand back and repeating this on the other side, grabbing the right ankle with the left hand. Taking your time to deepen the twist with each exhalation. Let's take 2 more breaths. Then bring the hand back on the seat of the chair. Bring the knees down and rest your elbows on the chair, palms in Namaskar Mudra, and walk your knees back till your spine comes in a straight line parallel to the ground. So you're trying to get your elbows, shoulders in one line. So if you were to draw a line from your elbows to the hips, it would be parallel to the ground. Or such is the intention. Let's breathe here. If you can bring the back of the thumbs onto the upper back, then do that. And let's continue to hold. So a lot of foundational work we have done in today's class. Each drill or dynamic movement is going to help you in one of the advanced or intermediate postures. For instance, this particular pose is really important to get into Pincha Mayurasana or forearm stand. So it's helping you stretch out some of the muscles that will make it easier for you to stack your hips above the elbows as you go into that inversion. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Then slowly walk yourself back up. And now we can finally move the chair out to the side. I'll keep it at the end of the mat because I can show you one more way to do Shavasana later on in the practice. From here, let's come to lie down onto the mat. And first, pressing the elbows into the ground, grab hold of a block and grip it between the legs like this. Then on an inhale, lift the hips up. And exhale down, lift up, squeeze the glutes lightly at the top, exhale down. For 3, lift, exhale. For 4, lift, exhale. Last one, lift and hold up. For 5, squeeze the block. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly rest the hips back down. Keep the block to one side. Pull the knees in towards the chest. Make little circles with the knees in one direction, then the other direction. Keep the right knee in, straighten the left leg. And from here, draw the right knee in towards the left chest now. So little bit pulling it diagonally towards the left, as if you're going to take it into a twist, but stop halfway. You can also grab hold of the leg from behind the knee in case there is any discomfort across the knee joint. Then let's switch legs. Straighten the right leg, pull the left knee into the chest. First pressing the left knee towards the left side, choosing where you want to grab hold of the leg, either across the shin or behind the knee, and then pull the left knee towards the right. So diagonal movement. Keep pressing the knee in. Feel the shift in the stretch across the leg, across the outside of the leg. For 5 more, 4 more, 3, 2, 1, and release. From here, you can either keep your knees bent, drop the knees towards each other, walk the feet out. Take this position, or since we have the chair, we've used it through the practice. What we can do is rest our legs on the chair, our knees grazing the seat of the chair, and take your hands on your belly for some deep belly breathing while we are here. So as you inhale, notice the belly, the abdomen rise as you breathe in and how it falls as you breathe out. Remember that when you take the breath in, the lungs expand and they push the organs down, creating space for fresh oxygen to come in. And as you exhale, the body settles back. Inhale, exhale, and like this, taking each breath to create more space across the lungs, which means a little more expansion may happen across the abdomen. And you observe all of that through your mind's eye as well as through the feedback you get from your palms, as they also observe the belly rising in and the belly settling down. Be fully aware of the breath. Your complete attention now on your breath, how it feels across the nostrils. As you breathe in, maybe it feels a little cold, and how it's warm and soft as you breathe out. The temperature changes. So you notice that when you inhale, the belly rises. You notice that when you inhale, it feels cold around the nostrils. Now notice, how does it feel when you inhale? Notice, how does it feel when you exhale? Tuning into the exact sensations you may register at the end of each breath. And after each breath, feel free to take a pause without breathing to understand how that breath felt. So inhale, take a pause, how did it feel? Exhale, rest a bit, no breathing, how does it feel? Then inhale, observe, exhale, observe. Like that, continue breathing in and breathing out. Taking a moment to pause and notice how you feel. Now, with your breath fully relaxed and settled in, just for a few moments, open your eyes and look around you. Try to see what objects are nearby and choose one object. Once you've chosen an object, any object, doesn't matter, just look at one, choose one, then close your eyes again. Now that you've chosen an object, think of 10 different ways in which you can use it. 10 unique, different uses. One of them could be what the object is actually used for, such as storage, entertainment, decoration, writing, viewing. Now you have at least 9 other ways in which you can use the object that you need to come up with, and you need to do this quickly. The methods in which you will use the object don't need to be efficient, you just need to come up with new ways of using it. How would you use it? How would you use it if you were traveling in a car? How would you use it if you were getting ready for work? How would you use it if a friend was visiting you? How would you use it if you were in a flight? These are some ways to get you started. If you need more ideas, think of how a child would use it, how an animal would use it, how an electrician would use it, and so on. The quality doesn't matter, quantity matters for this practice. So just think of ways that you can use it. Try to break out of patterns of automatic thinking. Try to think of new ways to use your object today. Once you are done, let go of the practice and continue to be here in this position with your palms on the belly, or you can also move into Shavasana if you would like. Both options are absolutely fine. Let your intuition be your guide for the position you should take now to conclude our session today. The session will end soon. If you would like, you can continue to be in Shavasana for longer, or you can rise up whenever you are ready. Thank you so much for joining me today.